Hey guys, so this is everybody's just mini what's going on or what's going to be going on in May 2018. This is through all 12 zodiac signs, so Aries all the way down to Pisces. This is just going to be a little mini view of what is going on next month, because I'm recording this April 27th, so I guess no matter when you watch it, it'll be fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you the cards that I'm using, just to kind of switch things up a little bit. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So what these cards are for here, this is everyone's general. So this is what's going to be going on just with each zodiac sign, okay? And then we're also, so just a general. And then we're also going to be pulling these oracle cards, and I already have them all pre-shuffled and lined out, whatever. So these are going to be the oracle cards for each sign, and this talks about what's going on in your life, what's going on. It's kind of like a spiritual message, so something that each sign should know or maybe should focus on, what will help you, or what's going on with you in a spiritual sense, I guess. Now these last cards I have not shuffled, but I will shuffle them pardon me. I will shuffle them when I'm done reading these two, and then we'll pull out this one out, and this is going to be your romance, so what's going on with you romantically. So let's go ahead, jump into it. Now this card I have here, and I haven't flipped any of them over yet, so you'll see them when I see them. So this one actually flew out. This deck was really wanting to be used. Don't mind the scratches on my hand. I work with animals all day, so you know. Yeah, these cards were just flying out of this deck, so yeah, these ones really wanted to be used, but so this one is what's going on with all of us. So let's go ahead and begin, guys. So what's going on with all of us is the moon. Now, I know a lot of people talk about this card being deception and blah, blah, blah. I don't really perceive this one, or at least I'm not feeling it that way, where there's like going to be lies. I believe what's going on with everybody is we don't exactly know the outcome to whatever situation is on our mind. Sorry. So a lot of times, too, every time I read for people and this card shows up, it just means that you are a little bit uncertain about the outcome of a situation, or you're a little bit nervous or scared because you don't know. Like, let's just say, for example, one of you guys or some of you guys are getting into a new situation, a new romantic situation. This is, you don't know either what the other person is feeling, or you are new at this, job, or you are new in this location, or you are new with this person, and you don't know the routines yet. You don't know where this path is going to take you. So it can make you a little bit over emotional some days. Like when you start a new job and you have to learn everything and it makes you nervous. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling with this card, is that all of us are just going to have a little bit of uncertainties, but it's going to be positive. It's just something maybe that's happening that's new in all of our lives. Now, the one downside that I am feeling about this card is that don't let your emotions get the better of you, because I'm feeling that for a lot of the zodiac signs that I'm going to be reading for, a lot of us as people are going to be picking up on other people's feelings and emotions. So be careful just with that, because you can pick up on these people's emotions or their frustrations or their sadness, and it could reflect back on you. The moon has a lot of water to it. It's a Pisces card. It's got that water element, and water does reflect. And, it can be very calm and still, or it can be very wavy and, chaotic, just depending on what you're going through. So expect a little bit of waves here. These are such beautiful cards. They're very old school, but yeah, beautiful cards. So let's go into Aries. I already got your guys' setup. All right, so let's jump into it. So Aries, you got the Eight of Swords, and that's all right. The Eight of Swords just saying that you're a little bit too much in your mind, okay? You're feeling like you want to escape a situation. Okay, so in May, there's going to be aggravations that pop up for you. There's going to be frustrations, but more so, they're more like a mental thing, right? Now, what's really drawing me in is these circles. So I feel like what's going to be a pain in the ass for Aries people is that you keep trying to get something completed or something's taking longer than it should have. So it's taking up a lot of like your time or a lot of your thought process. So yeah, it's almost like you can't break out of a certain cycle. It's like every day you wake up and you're doing the same thing. Now, that's only a mental, like that's only the way you're thinking, which is good with this card, but it's the same thing over and over and over again. Like you wake up, you go to work, you fall asleep, or you get home, you take a shower, you eat food, you fall asleep. You wake up, you go to work, you go home, you take a shower, eat food, go to sleep. So it's like I feel like for a lot of you guys, for your Aries, are getting stuck in the same routines, and it's making you frustrated because you're trying to break free from like the day-to-day situations. You're trying to break free, get a new routine happening, which it will. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with you, spiritual. So you have the card Understanding, 43. Now, understanding, all right, so that could be a solution to this card. Now, understanding, now we're talking about spirituality here. So, it's a lot of times you need to understand the people around you as well. And there again is a water in the background. So for you guys, I do pick up heavily that you're going to be hearing or involved with people who are having their own situations going on and they're rubbing off on you. So, and plus two, if you are getting frustrated with people, like, just understand that they're going through their own things as well, right? So, you might not understand why someone's saying or doing something that they're, doing, whatever. Or you may not get the project, or you may not, realize, or, yeah, I guess understand still, but, why this is happening, why you're being stuck in this, why you can't get out of this situation that you're in. And we got 43. So that's a 7. So you guys, this could be romantic as well. Or you feel like you're going round and round with somebody where it's not like taking the next step forward. Like I just keep looking at that circle like something is not coming together, like you're kind of stuck, like you can't get past, either the friend zone or you can't get past like just sleeping with them, but maybe it is telling you, hey, listen, you need to actually talk to this person where you do have a better understanding of them, because maybe you got involved with somebody and you started sleeping with them. Well, now you want something more. Now they want something more. So it's like, okay, well, you have to try to talk to them and be like, hey, that's not what I wanted. Even in a work situation, whatever it may be, I feel like you just have to express that in some point, like, in some area in your life, you have to express that this is not what I'm wanting right now. This is not, what I'm feeling. I had a certain, oh God, what's the word? Give me a minute here. I'm trying to like tap back into you guys. It's like you have to express what it is, and you have to have a conversation, but you have to like also break it to people very gently. Okay? And you have to realize that all these things are happening for a reason. Now, if this is romantic and you are involved with somebody, and let's just say either they want a relationship out of you or you've been sleeping with them and want something more, along the lines of that. It talks about maybe that's not what they wanted, or maybe it's not what you wanted. So you have to be clear about those intentions. So let me, real quick, I kind of shuffled them, but let's go ahead. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So Aries. The Hermit. Okay. So your love card is the Hermit. Now, this just is talking about the reason why things are going slow, or the reason why, why you're feeling like it's only you. The hermit is one of those people who likes to stay to themselves. And he's looking at something too. And there's that circle that we're talking about here. So you're questioning something in terms of, sex, in terms of love, in terms of the way you feel about somebody or the way a relationship is going. He's looking at this circle, so maybe he is asking those questions, and you are trying to understand, well, why isn't this thing, manifesting? Why isn't this thing coming into fruition? Or why is this happening that way? Why is this? So it's just saying that maybe you do have to retreat a little bit to get a better understanding of the situation, because obviously there's something that you're not getting, or something that, that's not there, right? There's something that's just not there, and so you have to go internal. You have to be internal, which also explains the moon card. You have to use your intuition. So again, don't let your feelings get the better of you. Don't become over emotional about things. This kind of makes me want to do love readings for everyone, so I might do that. But because this feels more romantic, honestly. But yeah, so it's having to go deeper, and it's having to be alone to understand completely why things are going on in May. He looks like he's puzzled, but he'll figure it out, or he or she will figure it out. So it's like, damn, like, why am I alone, or why isn't the situation moving forward? Well, either you have to, and I don't do it at the beginning, because again, like, don't overdrink and like text somebody, hey, like, I'm in love with you. Don't do those kind of things. Don't be all up in your face, because the hermit, especially in terms of love, he isn't in anybody's face. He takes time to himself, and then he kind of like studies his situation, or tries to see it from somebody else's perspective, which is understanding as well. So that's kind of what it's telling you to do here. So really, long story short, just don't get over emotional about things. All right, let things unfold. Don't get too much in your mind, because everything will go full circle. There's nothing in life that just comes to an abrupt end, and try to take time to yourself. I really wouldn't go out and ask people, maybe have those conversations, but don't do it in a romantic way. Don't do it in a loving way. Do it in a more friend way. So do it to like a heart to heart. Do it as like you're talking to this person like you would, one of your best friends or something like that. So, okay, Aries, that was for you. I'm going to pause it real quick, and then we're going to go over to Taurus. Hey, Taurus. All right, so remember we talked about that moon card. I haven't flipped these over yet, but this is for you. Your main situation is the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so Nine of Pentacles is really good when you're focusing about your money and your self-worth. This, to me, talks about, there definitely is money coming in. I feel like for a lot of Taurus people that they're going to have a fat wallet. Like, they're going to be able to do more for themselves, okay? This card is called the material gain, and materials is all about, it's all what you guys are about. It's your outside world, it's the clothing, it's the knickknacks, it's the food that you buy. So you want to like wine and dine yourself, but you're going to be able to stretch your limits in those kind of manners when it comes to those things I just brought up, right? So, you need a new pair of jeans or shoes. It's like, okay, well, right now is a good time to go ahead and spoil yourself, but it looks like you're doing everything for yourself in May, which is nice. You do have a couple people who float around, and you do want to, whatever, like, oh God, I almost wanted to say, like, benefiting them. So don't let that happen, because again, you're picking up on other people's emotions and feelings, so don't let anybody give you that, like, pity party and like, oh, I need this, or oh, like, oh my gosh, like, don't, like, I need you to buy this for, don't let that happen. If, like, this is like a very caring thing, okay? These are all of your finances, all of your wants and your needs. So, and then all of a sudden here's this, and this is the things that you care about the most. So it's like fine food, you're getting drinks, you're going on vacation, you're getting new clothes, etc., etc. You're buying new couch cushion, you get it. But it's things that you do, like, you're doing for yourself, and it makes you feel very accomplished. It makes you feel like you have succeeded, you know, in terms of May, like financially. And I feel like your self-esteem also is going up because you're getting things, you know, that like maybe enhance your beauty, like makeup, or you're getting things that fit you. Maybe you've had raggedy clothes and it was bringing down your self-esteem. But I feel like it's very like nice for Taurus. So let's go ahead and go to your spiritual card and see what that is. So playful. Okay, well, of course, it's reminding you to be playful. This card is actually really good when it comes to friends, family, and lovers, when it comes to people. So in like a relationship, or if you do like somebody, it talks a lot about flirting. In a relationship, it talks about being very close and having a very goofy manner, you know, joking around a lot. So, and it's cool because you have this card that talks about the finer things in your life in May, and, you know, bring all of that together, and it's making you feel happy. So, you know, go ahead out and like buy, you know, those, I almost said plane tickets, so, you know, or train tickets, so maybe you guys can be going somewhere and it's fun for you, you know, like go ahead and do those things like a child would. So don't be like freaking out about like spending all your money, like, oh my god, I have to get paper towels, oh my god, I gotta do this, it's like almost more of like a free feeling, like you have more money in your pocket to go ahead and get, you know, go to the movies or go to the beach or get that ice cream bar, you know. So it's like fun things like that. And when it comes to people in your life, you're being very flirtatious, you're being very fun. You could be attracting a lot of funny people, which is great for Taurus because because you guys are funny anyways. Or have your own weird sense of humor, you know. So you're attracting a lot of people that are like that as well. So it's going to be a very joyful time. And you got the double fours here, which I like. Even though it leads up to 8, again, that goes back to money and work. So I still think that's going to be very positive for you. For some of you guys, you could be, especially the men, you could be attracting a woman who's just very feminine during this time, and they still have a sense of humor, and they want to do all the things that you want to do, and, I just feel like, and if you're a woman, you're becoming very feminine and playful, especially in terms of sex, right? That's always fun. So, all right, let's go ahead and pull a love card for Taurus. Let's do this one. Romance card. All right, so you have, this is actually the 7 of Wands, but in this deck talks all about love. That's why I got it. It's like the deeper meaning. I like these because even on the back, it's more about the mind and like the hidden, but we're not going to do that. So so some of you guys may be dealing with some trust issues in May, but I feel like you're going to have very, it's almost like very beneficial, like friends that have a lookout for you. Like in this box is like everything that means the most to you. Like your heart lies there. It almost looks like a little heart right there. But like this is where like your heart lies. This is like where your self-esteem, like, you know, maybe you've like opened this before in the past. You got like cheated on, you got lied to, divorced, whatever. And so you keep it closed, and you only keep the closest people around you near that heart space, right? And they're all looking. So it's almost like I feel like this is kind of like a friend wise too, is that people like have your back when it comes to like relationships. You know, if someone's like trying to fuck you over or talk bad about you, you're gonna have friends and family that like jump and have your back and support you. Like no, like we're not gonna let you do this to them. You know, blah blah blah. So if there is some sneaky snakes out there who are just trying to get you in bed or just don't have it, you know, are playing games with you, you have, not only you, but a lot of other people are also on the lookout. They're also protecting you. And this is a very good card if you're in a relationship. You know, these little lizards, you know, like this, like, whatchamacallits, like your partner is being very, they're being very honorable. That's the word. Like, they are defending you. They are defending your honor. They are sticking up for you. They're only talking good about you. If you've been fighting with somebody, you're just not going to be very expressive. And, you know, it says go out and have fun. If you're fighting constantly, think about yourself. Go out and have fun. Because if your friends and your family are going to be the closest ones to you during this time, unless you do have a really good partner that you are very much in love with, then they are going to be supporting you. They're going to be like your number one, your team, right? So that was a little mini one. And I'm going to go ahead and do Gemini's next. Hey, hey, Geminis. All right, so let's go ahead and see your general card. You got the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, it just keeps going up from here. Ten of Pentacles. That's awesome. All right, this means that you can actually get borrowed some money. Hopefully it doesn't talk about you spending a whole bunch of money or you having to pay a debt, because we do have that Moon card as everyone's overall theme. So hopefully you're not having to like bail somebody out, or you're having to repay this like huge debt, because that would suck. But I don't think so. I think this is you getting a bunch of money in. Now this can be you decorating your house. This can be you actually losing a bunch of weight. So if you're trying to do that in May, this is a good time to do it. This is, if you have, if you're wondering if you're going to get a job, if you're wondering, are you, going to fall in love soon, or if you're going to meet a person, this is like that yes card. So any kind of questions you have like that, this is a yes card, or will this pay off for me? Like the situation I'm trying to do, or the situation I'm in, will it pay off? Will I get the promotion? Will I get a new job? It says yes. Okay. So the only downside to this that I'm seeing is I just hope that it's not you having to pay somebody a bunch of money. And if it is, it's almost like it's not your fault. This could be something dumb, like a speeding ticket. This can be something weird, like you have to bail somebody out, or you have to give somebody money because they did something stupid. So, and that could be where that Moon card is playing out for you, unfortunately. But let's just hope it's not like that. So let's go to your spiritual oracle. What's going on with your spirit? Wow, meditation. I think for majority of my Geminis are going to have something really good. Some of you guys could actually be having a vacation come up with that meditation card. But this is also getting the clarity to things. This is definitely telling, look at all the flowers around that. You see she's got like the flowers in the background on the lily pads, and then you have the flowers all over these possessions, this money, this growth, this positivity. So there is positivity still coming up for my Geminis in May. All right, now meditation is definitely saying that you're going to be very super sensitive, especially with that Moon card. Very intuitive. I don't know why, but I feel like for some of you guys are going to have some pretty intense dreams, or you're going to be taking a lot of naps and you're going to have some just weird dreams, or you're going to have like weird things that come to you. So you could be very psychic during this time, okay? Now I do feel like your dreams mean something. All right? Now we got the number 25 up here, 5, 6, 7. So 7 talks about that 7th house of love and relationships. So it's kind of a message too, to take it easy with relationships during this time, whether it's being good or bad for you. And maybe it's saying that you and this person that you're with or that you are dealing with need to. Now it's funny because the thing that popped in my head, if you're sleeping with somebody, go ahead and stay the night with them. Or it can be something weird. I feel like if somebody is becoming a little bit too much, like it's getting like the situation is getting, especially if that 10's like a heavy duty, energy, any kind of 10s. Like if you feel like you're getting too involved with somebody, it says take that time out. Get away from that person, because when you come back to it, it'll probably be more positive than it was before, right? But we'll pull the love card for you guys. They're up here. But, and if you have a partner that you are happy with, or you're not happy with, it's just simply saying, like, take some time away, go on vacation, even with work, because it does look like money is going to start improving for you in May. Just don't be spending it on other people. This is like that big spiritual advice. It's like, Gemini, you need some time for yourself. Let's do a little getaway. Let's go pick some flowers. Let's go kick our feet in some puddles or something. So, take a little bit of time out for yourself. If you do get money, spend it on yourself, right? For some of you guys, this could be you missing, a relative or a very close friend during this time. I don't know where that came from, but it could be for some of you. So let's go ahead and pull a love for Gemini. Okay. So you got the 9 of Wands. All right, let me, okay. So I like this 9 of Wands because you would be the fox, you're the smart one. All right. So if there is an obstacle, which is really interesting, because if there's an obstacle in your love life or things seem, because this is a young fox, Fox especially are very sexual. They're very curious creatures. And that's kind of what they represent, especially with all that pink or red in the background. And they're looking, they climbed up this rock. They're curious. Now, they're iffy about should they jump down. So maybe you're iffy about something. Again, that boulder can be something in your love life that's just become too much. Now, what's interesting is that you also have another person around you. Actually, you know what, though? It's kind of funny because Geminis are like two people in one. So maybe one of you, like one half of yourself, and I think that's what it is. One half of yourself is being the shy, curious fox and wants to go all into this situation. But the other half of you is on the lookout because this is a big situation. This has become a lot. So you have your eye out for things. You're paying attention to what a lover or a potential person says, or you have your eye out for somebody, but yet you're still kind of browsing around. So I don't know if that makes sense. That's how it's going to be for you. So there's going to be big situations that pop up in love and romance. There's going to still be sexuality that pops up. Especially when it comes to overnight situations. This could be more of secret situations, good or bad. But it looks like half of you with this fox is ready to jump in, kind of jump over these hurdles. They're not really paying attention to them. They don't really care. They just want to see what's on the other side because they're curious and it looks like fun. And then the other half of you is also on the lookout. So some of you guys could be doing something sneaky. And if anybody else is doing something sneaky, you're gonna find out, right? Because you're gonna get curious, and then you're gonna see something. But I feel like no matter what, you're gonna have fun while you do whatever this is. Now, if there's something weird and you're just looking to be physically active, remember you have that moon card here, so other people can make this situation more emotional or bigger than it has to be. Okay, so Gemini, that was your little mini read for May, or going into May. So that's just kind of some of the stuff that's going to be happening. And I will catch you later for a later reading. I'll be recording it this weekend. Yo, what up, Cancer? All right, so we have the moon card here. I hope you guys watched the beginning. If not, whatever, we'll keep referencing it. So here is your, pardon me, here's your general. Feel it. Oh my God, you got your own card. Hey. So you are going to be in power of yourself, right? Now, this is this is pretty interesting because anytime we get the Chariot, especially for a Cancer, that means that you are in your own power. Now, sometimes in May, things might seem a little bit out of control in your life. Some things in your life in May will seem like you don't have complete control over it, but you eventually will. This card always, especially for you, Cancer. In general, this card still talks about having your own power. Even when situations get really messed up, or even if you have self-doubts or you feel like you can't do something, this is giving you your power back. So when things feel a little bit out of control, or, you don't really know what direction to go, you're getting pulled in two different directions, but you're so determined to do one thing. You're so determined to go in one direction. It's you will get there. It's going to take a little bit of sidestepping and a little bit of you being off course and you having to mess up a few times to get back on your own track. So in general, but it's still very good. Now, the only thing is you are